lot size. Now, what is the value of each pip movement in a given lot size? Before you place a sell or buy, you need to know the value of each pip given the lot size. Let me take you to this trading view and then do some typing in there. So before you take a trade, of course, you need to know about risk management and so on. In other words, depending on the capital that you have, how much you have in the account, what is your account balance? Before you choose any lot size, you need to know something about your account balance. So in case you have little money, it cannot accept some lot sizes. It cannot accept some lot sizes. So depending on the money that you have in your account, or the account balance, or the equity, we shall see those terms later on, then you choose an appropriate lot size. We've said that a lot size simply enables us to buy small quantities of the currencies instead of buying in bulk, because you don't have that much money. So the brokers simply help us and break up all of those. The brokers simply act as retail shops where you and me can go and buy an egg, a razor blade, and so on, instead of buying everything in bulk. Of course, it depends on your account balance. Now, if you've chosen 0.01 and the number of pips that you've obtained, maybe 40, maybe 20, and so on, how do you get the value per pip? We shall not go into the details of how we calculate those, but we shall simply be having an average of all the currencies, and this average is in dollars. For each of these lot sizes, the value per pip, if you have a standard account from your broker, in case you have a standard account is one where they look at only standard lots. Standard lots means that each lot is equivalent to 100,000 US dollars. 100,000 US dollars, but you don't have that much money, so you can simply get fractions of that standard lot. So we have this 0.1 lot size value. We've seen how to put this into our trades. So if you've chosen any lot size, what you need to do is to simply multiply it with 10 US dollars. 10 US dollars is simply the value per pip. The value per pip for each standard account. I'm not going to go into details of that, but I'm going to leave a formula of how we get that 10 in the description below. So if you place 0.01, how much do you get per pip? This one will simply multiply by 10 and get 0.1 US dollars. That is what each of the pip moves. For example, if you look at IG for 40 pips, you simply calculate 40 times 0.1, and for this case you will get $4. In other words, if in case you've placed a trade whereby you've used a lot size of 0.01 and the price has moved through 40 pips, how much do you expect to get as a profit? That is $40. I mean, it's $4. If the price has moved against you, in other words, it has gone downwards, negative 40 pips against you, then you'll have lost $4. So it simply multiply the number of pips times 0.1. If you choose 0.02, then we multiply that by the pip value per lot for standard accounts. That will be 0.02 times 10, and you'll get 0.2. Again, if the price has moved through maybe 120 pips, what is this equal to? How much money do you get at the end of it all? Simply multiply 120 times 0.02. So 0.2. That is the value per pip. And this will give you 24. This will give you $24. So assuming that you placed a lot size of 1, let me skip 0.52, lot size of 1, how much do you get if the price has moved through only one pip? What do you do? Yes, simply multiply by 10. That is the standard, that is the value that multiply. So simply multiply at 10 times 0 times 1.00, and this will give you $10. That is for only one pip. But now, assuming that it has moved through, for example, let's say 56 pips, how much do you expect to get? Yes, you get 56 times $10, and this will give you $560. That's what you get for only 56 pips. What if you've used a lot size of 200? How much do you get for each pip movement if the price has changed by only one pip? What do you do? Multiply by $10. Yes. So in this case, you get $2,000 for each pip movement. So if, for example, your price has moved through 34 pips, how much is this equal to? What would you have got at the end of it all? Simply multiply 34 times 2,000, and this will give you 6, 8, and then 00. So that is what you would get at the end of it all, $68,000. So this value here, lot size, it is very, very important for you to know your account balance and then how much you're risking in terms of number of pips vis-a-vis the lot size. If you make a mistake and place 200 and the price moves through maybe 10 pips, your account will be blown. It will be no more. You'll have lost. So pay attention to that lot size number there. So at the moment, that is what we do have. Now I have a question for you. The question is, how much dollars do we expect to get if the price changes by 1 pip and we are looking at the lot size of 0.54? How much do we get per pip?